Okay, we are recording. Hi, everyone. I'm Heather Paris of LivInspiredNow.com, and I am joined by my dear friend, Dave Albin. Dave, you want to give yourself a brief introduction?
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, hi, I'm Dave Albin, and I'm standing here on my deck looking out at the beautiful Appalachian Mountains in the western part of the state of North Carolina. I live here with my son, and I'm really excited. I'm leaving on, I don't know if I think you know this, Heather. I'm leaving on Wednesday, the 26th, going to Paris, and which is one of your favorite names and places. And what's happening with that is, back in 2005, I got to set the world record firewalk with Tony Robbins, where we did 12,300 people. And now I'm here, 12 years later, and I get to set another world record. We're going to do the largest glass walk that's ever been attempted, and we have over 1,000 people. So that's crazy awesome.
I know. I'm so excited for you. I really am. And kind of a little bit jealous, too. I'd like to take that trip to Paris as well, but...
Yeah.
But I got to stay here and help my team, right?
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's got to hold down the fort.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of wish I was out on my front porch now because you look so comfortable out there. I was just standing out there. I should have put my laptop out there.
It's beautiful out here this morning.
Yeah, it's nice. So I just wanted to do a quick call today. First of all, to thank you again for being my coach and my mentor on this journey. I've lost 29 pounds. I'm 1 pound. I know. 1 pound away from my goal. I'm so freaking close.
Yeah.
And
you're there.
This system has made all the difference. Like we were just talking a moment ago, I'm 45 years old. When I hit 40 as a woman, it became more challenging for me to lose weight. And before that, I didn't have to do anything. I just kept weight off. But then I hit 40 and this switch went off, and all of a sudden I started packing on the pounds, and I gained 30 pounds in the past 5 years. And it's like, what the hell? Come on, cut it out. And I've tried everything. So I thought once you hit 40, weight loss became really difficult, but it doesn't. It's not difficult at all. You just have to have the proper tools, as with anything. So, when you introduced me to this system, I was skeptical at first, honestly, I was, but I trusted you, which is why I went for it. And it's made all the difference. And we were just talking, one of the things that makes the huge difference is the cleanse days. And I just want to say really quickly, when I heard the word cleanse, I was terrified. I'm like, this is going to suck. I'm going to be in the toilet all day. What is this, Yeah, and it's not like that at all. It's just cleansing the toxins and the garbage out of your system, because basically we're poisoned, right? We're absolutely poisoned by our food, by our environment, by pollution, by GMOs, just by everything, no matter how good we are. And, you've been to my house. We are pretty much organic. We use all natural products, but you can't help it. And so you've got to help your body get rid of that crap. And like you were saying, inflammation and stuff like that. And once you have that proper nutrition, it makes all the difference.
It really does. I did my first, I started in October, and by the end of December, I had lost 30 pounds. And I'm not proud of this, but I did all of that with no exercise. I walked a couple of times, things like that, but there was no exercise, program in my life at that moment. And yet I'd lost all this weight, and I was like, what, this is just crazy. And I remember the huge shift for me was about day 10 when I started. I did my first 2-day cleanse, and that's when I felt it shift. I lost 4 pounds in 2 days, and that's when I went, okay, something is really different with this. I mean, the nutritional side of it, that high density nutrients, obviously my body felt that. But again, when I did that first cleanse, and it was really easy. I had done a cleanse too. I did the Lemonade cleanse years ago, where you do 10 days, and it was hell. I mean, it was nasty. Just take me out back and beat my ass. I mean, it was horrible.
Yeah.
But I did get through it. So, Kate told me, my coach she said, look, it's not going to be anything like that. You're going to get a lot of support. You're going to be taking nutritional supplements. You're going to be drinking a lot of water. So you are going to be getting nutrients. You are going to be getting minerals. You are going to be feeding your body. What you're not going to do is you're not going to turn on your digestive system.
Right.
And I went, and so what that's going to allow you to do is all your organs are going to allow to clean themselves and cleanse themselves. And she said, you know, and you can try it for one day, and then if you want to go into the next day, if you want to keep going, keep going. You'll make that call in day 2, which I did. I got to day 2, I felt really good, and I just kept going. And so that's become part of my regiment now. It's just like it's such part of who I am, because it's like now I can go out and do and eat and do whatever I want, and I go, you know what? And then the next day I cleanse, right? I don't have to keep that in. So having eliminated a lot of the toxins in my body and the inflammation, which is huge. You know, now I'm going to the gym, as you know. I signed up for the 120-day body challenge, you know, and working on my body. And it's amazing. Here I am, a man in my mid-60s, and my body has taken on the form of a 20-year-old, which is pretty crazy. And it's all because of the nutrients. It's all because of the high density nutrients, right? Because I found out that the key to this is, as far as the workout part, it's 20% workout and it's 80% nutrition. And once
that made all the difference to me too. Like understanding that, because I thought it was all exercise your ass off and you can eat whatever you want.
Right. And you know what? It's interesting because I'm in the gym and I'm seeing all these different people and they're going, look at this freaking old guy. He's kicking our ass. Right. And then what they don't know is they just don't know. Right. They don't know what they don't know. And God bless them. Yeah. And, you know, they're working really hard and they're sweating and they're really, you know, they might lose a little bit of weight. You know, they're going to lose some water. They're going to lose some of that. But until they understand that they got to get rid of that inflammation, because that inflammation is holding on to the fat, or should I say the fat's holding on to the inflammation, right? Because what it's doing is protecting the body from those toxins. And so until that cleansing part, you know, and that's why this program is it's so perfect. Because it lines up everything, right? It's nutrition, it's weight loss, it's management of what you're doing. You know, it's a mindset, and when it becomes a lifestyle, that was the other part of this for me. That's what was the real shift. You know, I went through the inception part just like most people do when they want to lose weight, right? Like, I'm really excited, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go out, I'm going to kick butt, and yeah, that's really great, and that lasts for a while, and then boom, guess what? Deception comes in. And goes, really? It's never worked in the past. What makes you think it's going to work now, right? So all that negativity comes back. And then so you kind of vacillate in between the inception and deception. But what happens is like on day 10, I had that transformation, right? I lost those 4 pounds. And then I started seeing my body started to respond. So I had transformations along the way. And some were big, some were small, but they started stacking on top of each other. Right. And the next thing I know, I stepped into, hey, wait a minute. I am not going to eat that. No, I am not going to pull into that fast food restaurant. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm done with that. I'm in my 60s. I can't afford to do that crap anymore. Right. I'm looking around I'm looking at I'm going to go to my reunion in August, and I'm looking at a lot of my friends right now. I'm seeing them on Facebook and I see pictures and they're so unhealthy. It's so sad. It just bums me out, because what's going to happen, you know, is they're depleting their life by, you know, I think I heard Tony Robbins say one time, a lot of people are digging their graves with their mouth. Oh yeah. It's really true here. So it's really sad. But the great news is that if they want to, if anybody really wants it, we can go here. Here it is. All you got to do is this, and this. Success leaves clues. Do what we do, and guess what? You'll get the same exact results. Because a guy in his mid-60s isn't going to get this kind of results unless it's working.
Right. That's the point that I wanted to talk about too with this program, is that at least for me, and I know for you too, it is all about accountability and coaching.
It is.
2 questions that everyone asks, Dave.
Yep. Those were it. You know, when I first started with this, you know, I've been carrying around 30 pounds, and I'm a guy, I hit it really well. It was in my gut. I wear black, right? And I always used to jokingly say, I'm going to continue wearing black until they come out with a darker color. Right. And so I was on Facebook and I saw a picture on Kate's page, and it showed this before and after picture of this woman. And I went, wow, look at this transformation. I mean, she looks like she was in the medical profession, which I find very interesting. If you go into hospitals and doctors' offices, how many of them are overweight? It's crazy, exactly. Right? Because they don't have it. You know, it's like, how do we eat? How do we do that? How do we fix that? They don't know how to fix it. Again, they don't know what they don't know. Sure. And so I went, so what was the timeline on this, Kate? She said 6 months. I said, can we talk? And she said, sure. So when she got me on the phone, I said, look, I've been carrying 30 pounds. You know, I don't want to do it anymore. I want to do something about it. And she said, well, I need to ask you 2 questions if you're asking for my help. And question 1 was, you know, are you coachable? And I said, absolutely. She goes, David, I knew you were, but I needed to hear you say it. Right. And then she said, will you let me hold you accountable? And I said, absolutely. And when I said that, at that moment, I went, wow, this is going to be different this time. Because if I do reach for something that doesn't it's not good for me. I'm going to have to go, hey, Kate, I had a honey bun, or, I had some white donuts. Maybe you can see all this white powder all over my face, kind of a thing. So I've gotten away, my addiction for sugar now, I've got that totally under control. So every decision now that I make, because this has become my identity, has been based around that I got great coaching and I got great accountability along with a program that works. Guess what? That changes the whole dynamic.
Exactly. And that's one of the biggest things that I want to let people know and offer today too. If you're interested in losing weight and you're willing to be coached, I'll coach you for free. And I know you do too, Dave.
Yes.
I'll coach you through the entire process for free, but you have to accept the coaching because I started this to lose weight. And as I was losing weight, all of my friends and my, clients and people were coming to me saying, what are you doing?
Right.
So I was saying, Dave, somebody go, help them. And finally Dave's like, you help them, I'm like, but I'm doing this for me. And then I realized, I'm more accountable when I help people too with this. So I decided to step up and start coaching with the weight loss as well. And so now I have a team of 7 people and I'm super excited and they're losing so much weight. And I got a text at 6:00 this morning from one of my newer girls. And she's like, I lost 5.5 pounds this week. I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I've got another lady on the program. She's lost over 11 pounds already. And I mean, this is all relatively new. This is not like they've been doing it for 12 years. This is like weeks, just a few weeks.
Yep.
So anyone that's interested in weight loss, please reach out, but know that I am definitely going to coach you through. If you work with me, you're going to get coached. And I'm going to hold you accountable. Now that holding accountable is gentle. Like you've never been, I don't know, like mean or aggressive. You know what I mean? You've always been supportive. And so the other night I had a lady, one of my ladies that signed up, she called me and she's like, I failed. I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, she was beating the crap out of herself, She's like, I failed. I messed up the cleanse day. I said, tell me what happened. She did great the whole day. And then she was cooking dinner for her kids and she popped a piece of sausage into her mouth and she was like devastated. And so I was like, honey, it's okay. This is her first week. Like you ate one piece of sausage when you weren't supposed to. It's not a big deal. Like, it's okay. We get back on track. This isn't a let's start again tomorrow or let's start again next week. Let's start again next minute. Next moment. Like, okay.
Isn't it great though? The awareness for her, because she went, wait a minute. So she's already making that shift. She's already looking at this is a life choice, right? And so when you have that mind shift, you start to think about that. Just like me, I was the same way. I had a couple of moments where I ate this or did that, and I went, no, man, you can't do that anymore. Right. Like Kate was very supportive with me too. She was very kind. And she just said, hey, it's okay. Look, there's some zig and there's some zag. And that's when she told me, she goes, you know what? I love ice cream. And I went, what? Kate? Right? She's like, yeah, I love ice cream. And every once in a while, you know what? I'm going to have some. I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to plan it. It's going to be okay. And I'm not going to beat myself up. No, she goes, I'm not going to eat a whole tub, but I'm going to have a little bowl of ice cream because I love it. And then I know I'm right back on it, right? I can cleanse the next day. And so she goes, look, this is not a diet. This is a lifestyle. And when you understand that part, because she thinks, oh, I'm on a diet. I broke the diet. Oh my God, I did this. Exactly. No, you actually didn't do that. Right. You have a consciousness. Bless her heart. That's really great. Exactly. Because it's still the right shift. It's still the right way to think. Hey, you're going to have holidays. You're going to have special occasions. You're going to have weddings. You're going to have all these things. And you're going to be able to go, you know what? I'm at a wedding. I'm still going to be pretty smart about this. I'm going to look, oh yeah, look, a nice big salad, so you are going to be looking for better choices when you're there. But if you go, you know what? I'm going to have a piece of, wedding cake. Yeah. Oh, and you have ice cream with it? Yeah. Give me that too. Sure. And then the next day, boom, you're right back on the program. So that's really the beauty of it. Because once you get the inception, deception, transformation, once that identity takes over, then, that becomes who you are. So then you start making really, really, really good choices.
Right, exactly. And that's, that's one of the things that I'm trying to convey is like, if you're upset at yourself for having that piece of sausage or
Yeah.
whatever, that means that your mind is transforming, and that's a beautiful thing. Don't beat yourself up. It's heartbreaking to see somebody killing themselves over making a mistake or a bad choice or whatever.
Right.
But, move past that. You got this. In
So,
the very next moment, you start again. That's it.
celebrate the fact that you
Yeah.
recognized it and you said, "Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done that." So that's the beauty in that.
Exactly. Because how many times have you been cooking dinner? I know I have for the kids, and I'm like popping, like taste here, taste there, and by the time my dinner's made, I've eaten a whole damn meal. So if she had one piece of sausage and then felt
Right.
bad, it's like, wow, you're really transforming your mind here. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bless her heart.
Yeah.
So should we talk a little bit about cost? Because I know people are going to go, "Oh my God, this is going to be really expensive. It's going to be this.
Yeah.
It's going to be that." No, sorry, no, that's not going to cut it either.
I know.
Right?
All the excuses, right? And it really is excuses, because if we want to prioritize our health. Now, I've been talking about this for weeks now, because I'm so back to myself, right? I used to be a gym teacher. I used to be
Right.
a fitness instructor. I started in the coaching world in fitness.
Yeah.
So for me to gain 30 pounds in the past 5 years, I'm like, what the hell did I do? So I've been talking about this a lot, how I'm back. I'm feeling good. I feel back to myself again. And, people make excuses just like I did. Like, well, I'm 40 now. It's harder. No, it's not harder. You just got to keep searching out the right tools. So money is a real thing. We need to buy stuff. We've got to pay for things. This system is not expensive if you consider that you're getting 2 meals a day for an entire month. I mean, I've actually cut down on my grocery bill substantially. And my daughter is actually eating the bars. We're all vegetarians. So she takes the bars to school now instead of a sandwich. It's actually way healthier for her. She loves them. And, really, it's just a better choice. She's getting all these nutrients. And as a mom, I feel really great about that, rather than sending a gross sandwich, with white bread and just yuck. So
I think it breaks down to be $2.60 a meal.
yeah.
Where can you get high density nutrients that are going to influx your body the way this product does for $2.60 a meal? It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, like you said, for me, I reduced my food cost.
Yeah.
I actually saved money every month. So that was another win-win for me.
We have to, as a whole. I mean, and my daughter and I are the only ones eating the products, and we have saved money on our groceries as a whole.
I guess the other side of it too is that because so many people noticed what was happening to me and my body transformation, they're like, "Dave, what are you doing? What happened? Talk to me. I need more information."
Right.
And so, you talked about 7. I've got like 40 people now that are in this with me, and I'm like, "What?" I mean, I was the same way. I looked at this. I didn't consider the business side of it. I was somewhat attracted to the coaching and or the mentoring side,
Yeah,
simply because of my affiliation with AA. Many years ago, my life was given back to me when I entered the doors of Alcoholics Anonymous, which is in a month or so here. If I don't drink and I don't die, I'll have 29 years. So along that way, I learned a lot of value in helping other alcoholics achieve sobriety. Well, this is just very similar, because you are saving their life. For some of these people, you are literally saving their lives, because if they don't stop doing what they do, they are going to dig their grave with their mouth. So a lot of this is life changing. So I kind of associated the two and kind of migrated them together and said, okay, just take on one person at a time and get them to point A to point B, and guess what? And then the same thing happened to them. Same thing happened to you when we first talked. You wanted nothing to do with the business side, and I got that right. And I said, hey, I was the same way. And then now look at where we are here. So it's changing. It's like, okay, well, maybe I had to open myself up to this a little bit more, because I can't help them. I mean, I'm going to help them, and they're going to pay me to do it. So what am I going to do? Say no? I mean, that would be crazy.
Exactly.
So, but we certainly didn't come into it with that being our outcome at all.
Yeah, not at all. But something that you said just struck me. I feel like I'm going to cry, but it's true. People really are digging their graves. A year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, my best friend died from cancer. We were best friends for 30 years. And to see what cancer does to a person, and she struggled with her weight her whole entire life. I mean, always, her whole, since she was a little kid, she was overweight, up and down, up and down. And to see what cancer does, when you see that, especially to a friend, you know, it's like a knife in your heart. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it, you know. And to see that people are eating their way to the grave it's upsetting. It's really upsetting, you know, to know that there's a system out there and there's food out there that you can get that's going to really help, you know, take away the inflammation in your body, clear out the toxins, and really give you years, add years to your life.
Yeah. You know, again, it comes back to that they don't know what they don't know. You know, there's so many toxins out there in the air, in the water, in our food system. It's just unbelievable, all the toxicity. If you go to the store and buy a piece of red meat, do you really know all the pesticides and chemicals and herbicides and antibiotics and all the crap that's in that meat? It's just horrible. Now, I'm lucky. I live in the Appalachian Mountains. I'm sitting here at 3,500 feet. I've got beautiful, clean air, and the water's coming out of the mountain into my house. So I've got really clean, fresh water. I've got really clean, fresh air. So that was a choice to live in a place that's magnificent like this. Now I've made a choice about my food choices. When I go in a grocery store today, I turn right. That's it. Yeah. I don't, you know, and I go around the back section and I do buy almond and coconut milk, and I buy a lot of coconut water. And so there are some things that I do buy, but most of everything that I buy today it's alive.
Well,
you know, the food's alive.
Like, you know, I didn't realize, like, you know, I'm a vegetarian, mostly vegan. I have really thought I was eating healthy, but not understanding that, first of all, not all of the food, just because it's a healthy product, means it has all the nutrients that you want, because our food sources aren't nutrient dense anymore. But just not knowing, like, what's in your food, it's crazy. And I just want to point out too that for my vegan friends out there, this product has a vegan plant-based product. So I love the dairy-free shakes. They're so good. The vanilla chai is like the bomb. That's delicious. And completely dairy-free. So there are dairy-free options, plant-based options with these products. And I love that because, like I said, so many people in my network are either vegetarian or vegan, and they want that plant-based food. So it's so all-encompassing, you know? It's just, I don't know, it's
all dialed in. I think one of the beautiful parts about this, and one of the guys that's in this with me now, he's like, Dave, one of my favorite parts is I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to figure anything out. I didn't have to break out a calculator. I didn't have to measure. I didn't have to do any of that crap. Everything's done for you. All the science is there. The technology is there.
The kiss of death, that stuff. I wouldn't do it. It's too freaking hard.
No.
Ugh.
I had friends here last week. They were coming from Florida up to New York, and his girlfriend was in my kitchen measuring everything out. And I'm thinking, and I'm not saying anything, but I'm thinking, no freaking way. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's great. It's working for her right now. But at the end of the day, everything's done. All the carbohydrates, all the proteins, all the vitamins, all the minerals, everything is done. Everything's figured out. All I got to do is take 2 scoops, you know, mix it however I want to mix it, drink it twice a day, eat some snacks, have a nice meal at night with my family or lunch or whatever, you know, having one really nice meal every day, eat 5 times a day, cleanse, use the product, and watch what happens. You're going to your body's going to take off. It's just going to drop weight like crazy. You'll cleanse, you'll get rid of the inflammation, and you not only will you turn your health around, but your weight management now will be very, very, very manageable. That's for sure. Absolutely.
And you know, one of the things that I tell all the people that I'm working with too is, all the big gurus say, take massive action, take massive action. Well, I'm a 45-year-old woman with a full-time job, a husband, a home, a career, and kids. I can't really do massive action. Do you know what I mean? I have kids to take care of. So for me, I say, do small things. And I have found that that's worked really well. Like my goal, Dave, when we first started, I don't know if I told you this or not. I might have been too embarrassed, but my goal at the very, very beginning was to put my sneakers on every day. And that's it. That's it. For like a week or two, I said, if I just wake up and put my sneakers on, I've succeeded. Yeah, and that's it, because the sneakers would remind me, because I work from home as a coach, the sneakers would remind me to get up and move around a little bit. Then it transitioned into, put on yoga clothes, dress in yoga clothes. I didn't stick with that necessarily because that was a little challenging for me to wear yoga clothes every day, but I got through it. And then my goal was just do 5 minutes of exercise this week, every day, 5 minutes. And I would get on the mini trampoline 5 minutes a day. That's it. And now it's transitioned into I live in my yoga clothes. I won't wear anything else. I went out and I bought myself a pair of like really comfortable, perfect sneakers for working out. I do yoga 20 minutes a day, but that all started just a little bit at a time, setting little goals. I mean, that's like people fail because they try to lose 100 pounds. Just try to do, and then reset your next goal.
I think it's comes down to mastering the mundane.
Right.
It's just the little things. Because when I started with this, I went, I ain't working out. Okay, I don't do gyms. I never have. I'm not doing it, period.
Right.
And Kate's like, fine, that's it. And she was like the same. She said, well, you may want to do is, maybe find some kind of app at home and you can do a little exercise at home. She goes, look, I'm not telling you to do it. You don't have to do it. But if you do it, this is what's going to happen.
Right.
And so I did a little exercise. Well, the next thing I know, I went and checked out the gym. Well, now I'm on a Stairmaster 20 minutes a night, every night. And I'm working up to, 100 floors a day.
Right. That's amazing.
On a Stairmaster? Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. I went from not doing anything to sweating. I put a towel over my head and I'm on there and I'm just like, every step I take, I'm like, this is for longevity. This is for my family. It's for my grandson who's going to be born in about a month. It's, it's for prosperity. It's to live a long life so that I don't have osteoporosis and I don't have all these diseases and stuff that everybody else is having at my age. When I die, they're going to go, he died of nothing.
Yeah.
We don't know, right? We just don't know what he died of. He died healthy. We don't get it. We don't understand it all, right?
Died of nothing.
He died of nothing. Yeah, that's my own. You can quote me on that. I died of nothing.
I will. That's awesome.
Right. So, yeah. I mean, I could. You and I could talk for days and months and years about this because it's so powerful. It works.
Yeah.
And so, if you've ever tried a diet that didn't work, come with us. Come check this out. Come do this for 90 days with us, and I guarantee you, absolutely, it'll work. In fact, what I loved about the guarantee with the company was, hey, look, try our product 30 days, eat it, consume it, and then if it doesn't work, we'll give you all your money back, including your shipping.
Right. Can't be that, right? It's
what
you're
going to do. What, you're going to tell me I'm going to eat it for 30 days. There's going to be none of it left. And you're going to give me my money back and the shipping? Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do it. Yeah. Are you going to be giving it back? Oh, hell no. Of course you won't. No. But at the end of the day, at least you'll know going into it that there is absolutely no risk, none whatsoever. But you got to be ready. You do have to do that. You got to agree to coaching. You got to agree to accountability. You have to buy the food from you and then just follow the program and do what you do. The support mechanism, as you know, in our Facebook group, we've got over 1,000.
Oh, it's so many people.
Look at the doctors that are on there.
I know.
Yeah. There's a whole ER in Winchester, Virginia that are all doing this program. They all are. And you go into an ER and see how many people are overweight. They all, there's I would say 50% of them are overweight. We just came out with a new video yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it. You got an email.
Yeah.
I watched that video yesterday and they nailed it. It's one of those videos I go, okay, I would send that to anybody. Yeah. No doubt about it. Because it's so genuine and it's so true because it talks about the toxins. It talks about the inflammation. It talks about our food source. It talks about all these things that people are just getting their butts kicked. And it doesn't have to be that way at all. Not even close.
That's right. Well, before we go really quickly, I'll stop the recording here in a second, but I just want to say that we want to support you. We want to help you through your weight loss. You don't have, this is not like, oh, I'm going to buy this crap and then I'm on my own. No, far from it. If you want to be on your own, go to somebody else. But if you want some support and accountability and some serious results, please reach out to us, right?
Absolutely. We'll take great care of you. No doubt about it. We've had people take great care of us and now we have a responsibility to pay it forward and help others. No doubt about it.
I was just going to say, to me, this is paying it forward because I am so freaking grateful. I am so freaking seriously grateful because I didn't, you know what's funny? You don't know how bad you feel until you feel good.
Ooh, wow. Write that one down.
Seriously,
You don't know how bad you feel until you
until
feel.
you
What's
feel,
it again? Yeah,
you
so
don't
you
know
start feeling this good.
you don't know how bad you feel until you feel good. I'm gonna
Wow.
put it in the chat box.
Yeah, write that down. That's really a good one. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You
Seriously,
know,
'cause I didn't feel terrible, but I didn't realize that I wasn't feeling really optimal until now when I feel good.
well, you know, it's interesting. I was in the gym last night, and a lot of times I don't get home until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't
Right,
get into bed until 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I can be up at 6 o'clock with 4 or 5 hours sleep, and I feel amazing.
right.
I love our sleep support too, by the way.
I've
You know,
never
it's really,
done one.
yeah. Oh, I love it. It's really, really great. I used to take sleep aid for years, which I don't take it anymore. I
Yeah.
also used to take acid reflux.
Oh,
Um,
you're right.
and, you know, I haven't taken that now in months either. So that's been a huge, huge part of my life that I'm off all medications. I'm not taking anything. At 3 years old. Yeah, that's good. I'll take that.
That's amazing. All right, Dave, hang on. Don't go away. I'm going to stop the recording, but I have a couple of more questions for you. So thank you, everyone, for joining
Thanks, you
us.
guys.
Reach out to us. We're here for your success, and we'll talk to you soon.